Kיצד, העדים, Daf Dalit, sponsored for Bracha V'Hatzlacha for Yael Bas Moshe. The Gemara digresses to other statements of Rabbi Yehuda. Number one, Haposeach Beis HaTzavar, one who opens the neck of a garment on Shabbos, is liable for Makkah B'Patish, striking the final blow, finishing the garment. Question. A Mishnah in Shabbos teaches it is permissible to cut off the top of a barrel to remove its contents. This is making an opening as well. The answer. The cover was sealed to the barrel temporarily. It is therefore considered to have an opening. Two Amoraim dispute Rav's opinion disqualifying a mikveh with mayim shuvim, drawn water. An introduction. Mayim shuvim, drawn water, cannot be used for a mikveh. Even if a mikveh's measurement is completed by 3 lugin of drawn water, the mikveh is disqualified. This stringency applies only to water, but other liquids do not disqualify unless they change the color of its water. There is a dispute in the Mishnah concerning the invalidation of 3 lugin. The first case is a small measure of wine fell into drawn water, making it look like wine, its total amount measuring 3 lugin. This mixture spilled into a mikveh. The second case was a small measure of milk fell into the water. The mixture looked like water and it also spilled into a mikveh. The Rabbanan hold both cases do not disqualify the mikveh because less than 3 lugin of drawn water was added to the mikveh. Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri holds the status of the mixture depends on its appearance. If it looks like wine, the mikveh is not disqualified. If the mixture looks like water after adding milk, it is disqualified. Rabbi Yehuda, in the name of Rab, stated if a small amount of wine fell into 3 lugin of drawn water, and it looks like wine, it does not invalidate a mikveh because we define the mixture by its appearance. Rav explains Rav holds like Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri. Apparently, he holds even if the mixture consists of 3 lugin of drawn water, if the added wine changes its appearance, it does not disqualify the mikveh. Such an opinion can only be consistent with Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri. Rav Papa disagrees. He holds his opinion could be consistent with the Rabbanan. He does not read Chaser Korto Bereisha, meaning even the Rabbanan agree that even 3 lugin of drawn water that appear as wine does not invalidate. Their dispute is the Rabbanan hold there must be 3 lugin of drawn water in the mixture that appears as water, whereas Rabbi Yochanan holds the sole factor is appearance. Adding milk to complete the measure, 3 lugin disqualifies the mikveh since it looks like water. There's a difference between drawn water that's spilled in the Mediterranean or a flowing river. If one immersed in the place it spilled in the Mediterranean, he is still tameh. There is a concern he immersed partly in the drawn water because seawater is relatively still. However, in a flowing river, his immersion is valid. If wine spilled where he immersed, he contaminates it. Truma that fell there is tameh. Now we move on to a new Mishnah. This Mishnah disputes the punishment for false testimony. Is it limited to kasher zaman, or the witnesses also receive lashes? Rabbi Meir holds if they testified falsely that A owed money to B, they are liable for money and lashes. If they testified the defendant violated a prohibition, they receive 2 sets of lashes. The reason? Their liability derives from 2 verses. Vasisem lo kasher zamam and lo saneh breacha eid shaker. The Chachamim hold he is liable to 1. It is derived from Kedei Rishaso, al Risha achas atamachayvo v'atamachayvo al shtei rishiyos. He can only be liable for 1 punishment. Ula explains Rabbi Meir compares them to a defamer who pays and receives lashes because both Motzi Shemra and Eidim Zomim are fines. The Chachamim disagree. They hold Eidim Zomim as compensation. There is another version of Ula's statement. There is a dispute why one who leaves meat of the Korban Pesach beyond its allotted time is not liable to lashes. Rabbi Akiva explains it is a lav shein bo ma'aser, a prohibition involving an action. Rabbi Yehuda explains it is a lav hanitak le'aseh. The Torah commands him to burn it after Yom Tov, rectifying the prohibition, but one is lashed for a prohibition of inaction. Ula explains his source is a defamer. Reish Lakish disagrees. A defamer is unique because he pays and receives lashes. The Gemara concludes Rabbi Yehuda learns a prohibition of an action is liable to lashes from a common characteristic between the defamer and Eidim Zomim. Both receive lashes despite prohibitions of inaction. Although they both possess unique stringencies, the defamer pays in addition to receiving lashes, and false witnesses are liable even without a warning. Rabbi Yehuda does not refute the comparison unless the stringencies exist in both sources. In addition, he does not refute the comparison based on both sources being fines. He holds, like Rabbi Akiva, that payment of false witnesses is compensation. The last point the Gemara discusses why the Rabbanan require only one set of lashes for false testimony. As was stated before, its prohibition is learned from two verses. The Rabbanan learn an azhara from Lo Yisane, a warning for Eidim Zomim, whereas Rabbi Meir learns it from Hanisharim Yishmu V'Yiro, a mitzvah for a court to publicize their punishment. V'lo Yosifu. The second part of the verse is an azhara. The Rabbanan hold the whole verse refers to publicizing their punishment. If you're enjoying Daf 5, please click on the link below, subscribe, and become a sponsor. Thank you.